Hey guys, I'm Chef T Max. Welcome back to the kitchen. Today, a simple omelet, something that we all should know how to make, and I'm going to show it to you right now, so stay with me. Click subscribe if you're not doing that already. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and ring that bell, and I'll send you new things I have coming up. So see you back for a scrambled omelet. Okay guys, we're going to omelet here. Super simple. Let's walk through this. I'm going to turn my pan on here. Now I need a nice Teflon pan. My Teflon pan doesn't work on my induction, so I'm going to put this on like a little bit. I'm going to go really light with the temperature. Meanwhile, I have 3 eggs in here. We're going to do a small omelet. Okay, we're going to put a little bit of salt. I'm going to put some pepper. Now you can whisk this by hand if you don't have a NutriBullet. That's fine. You can just whisk it up. I like it. The NutriBullet gives it a lot of airiness. Now, I put, with 3 eggs, I put like a teaspoon of heavy cream in there. You can just use milk for this if you want. And then I'm going to put, to keep it light, I'm going to put probably a couple tablespoons of a milk. Okay, so just a little heavy cream to make it a little bit thicker than normal. I'm going to blend this up and I'll be right back. The nice part about blending this is that it's going to make it super airy like that. The main thing with the omelet is that you really don't want to, let's put some butter in here, melt some butter down. And what we want to do is we don't want to have this pan too hot. That's the main thing. You don't want to overheat this omelet. You don't want to get that brown, you don't want a brown skin. You want this beautiful blonde omelet that's lightly cooked. That's the key to this. So I'm going to pour this in like this, okay? And at this point, I'm just going to keep folding the omelet down on itself and pressing and scraping it, right? Because what I'm looking to do is just scramble this thing. It's almost like a great omelet. It's almost like a fine scramble inside of the omelet itself. The outer part of it has got that clean, smooth sheet, and then the inside is almost like a nice scramble. And you do that by keeping the temperature very low, right? You don't want to brown the egg at all. And you're just going to keep kind of going back and forth with this rubber spatula in your omelet pan. Now, other omelets that you could make them on a crepe pan, and it spreads out a lot thinner, and then fold it really fast. Those are really kind of nice as well. They have a little bit different texture than this. So all omelets are not the same. The main problem for me with a bad omelet is having an omelet that's cooked too hard and doesn't really have that softness that I look for in an omelet. I like that soft, delicate texture. So here you want to see how we're like, if it starts to get where it's cooking too fast, just lift it off. That's why working with a fire versus like induction is better in this kind of a situation, because you can really, control the temperature of your pan. Your pan doesn't get overheated by sitting on an induction. You pull it off the induction, and then you got to restart the induction. It's kind of a pain. So you can see my eggs now, or they're getting almost to the point where they're properly scrambled. We want it to be a little bit wet when we smooth this out. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to spread this out thin like this. See that? I'm going to spread it out thin on there. Okay, and that'll be the last time we flip it. We're going to press it down on itself like this. Okay, perfect. And then you see I'm taking it off here because I don't want it to cook too fast. I don't want it to cook too fast at all. Now I'm going to leave it on here. And while I leave it on there, I'm going to I have some smoked goat cheese here. It's really nice goat cheese curds, lightly smoked. Just going to put those in there. You could use any cheese you wanted at this point. And your omelet at this point is almost done. I'm going to put a little bit more black pepper on that. And I'm going to turn it off. Okay, Now it's turned off. The residual heat's going to finish cooking it there. And then we're going to wait on that. And meanwhile, I'm going to take a little bit of parsley. Now I've got parsley over here in my paper. I always keep it in wet paper. I wash the herbs really good, keep them in wet paper, and then throw them in in the fridge like that, wrapped in the paper. And they stay a lot longer like that. They don't get dehydrated and the leaves don't wilt. They'll stay really nice for a long time. So the parsley, I'm going to put some of the parsley in here, and we'll put some on top too. So this way you get it in both sides of this. So I'll move this over to the side here. Okay, and then I'll put my pan down, I'll put my plate down, excuse me. And then what I want to do is I want to take this, release it from the pan like this, and fold it over. Now I use the weight of the omelet itself to fold it. And I know you guys are kind of trying to see this, right? So I'm going to try to get my hand out of the way. And you just, at this point, use the weight and you just release it from itself like this. You release it, okay, like this. And then right onto the pan like that. Beautiful, right? And then you have this beautiful hot omelet. Now, if you want it to be super fancy, you could trim the ends like this. You could take a knife and cut the ends off, right? You can do that on a board. You can put it on a cutting board and then put it back on there for them. A couple of the other things you could do is you could take a little bit of butter, take a little bit of fresh butter, stick it. Now the omelet's hot, so by sticking it on there, it's just going to melt. But what it's going to do is it's going to give you this beautiful layer of butter. So you almost just like you butter toast, you're going to butter your omelet here. You see that? And then just let it melt on there like this. And you're going to get this nice shininess. It's beautiful. And you're giving it a beautiful flavor of butter, right? I would just let it sit on there and melt, okay? And as we're doing that, I'm just wiping it. Now while that's doing, let me see, I have salt here. There we go. So I like to put a little bit more salt on the top. Now, my goat cheese, this one is a little bit salty. So I'm not going to put it, I probably won't put the salt on there because my smoked goat cheese is a little salty. So again, you could use any cheese you want at this point. But here I've got a little bit of that. And then I'm going to put a little bit of my fresh herbs on top, like this. And you can see, perfect omelet in a matter of seconds, right? Now, extra virgin olive oil, I like to put a little of that on there too for flavor. And you have this beautiful omelet. Look at that. Fantastic, simple, easy, and hope you can try it at home. Just try it. You're making omelets all the time at home. Try it like this. See how you like it. And give me feedback below. Tell me what you think. I'll see you back in the kitchen soon. I'm Chef Dean Max.